week as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. We got this. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Deuce.
A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Championships, baby. Sponge.
Get it.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30. And a cut to the right and some open field. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Going for the deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Let's get some penetration here.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 52. Switch. Check 50. Hey, switch gears.
Look, squeeze. Fire.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Now Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Protein spell. Rock it.
On 1st down, Jones. He completes it to Tate. So close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 88 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Hey, Alpha. Look at me. Door.
Now Jones. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches, why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And a solid run down inside the 30. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 29. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Dexter Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, activity's trash. Let's go. Go, Mike.
They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you pointed out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration, and he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Out, 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 out. Buzz. 198. Go.
Throwing Jones. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You're out. Yep.
Motion.
Smooth.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Tighten up.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Watch
Liam, get it ready.
Jones operating from the gun. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jakeem Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard again.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And an alley to run. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. He sets to fire deep, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Man, I got you.
He's coming. Hey, Sam up. Shoot.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a 1st down and not a touchdown.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Jones now to throw again. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, team 6.
Mike 50. Let's go.
Go. Big grip.
Here's Jones. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Rosas' kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, It defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. On 1st down, Connor going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He's checking Chris.
Throwing on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Tight end right. 50.
Mike 51. Mike 51. And here we go.
Hey, box drop.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Looking deep downfield. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
230.
Mike's 47.
You ain't doing nothing today. No spacing. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up? Slide, what's up?
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert. Hey, high 7.
47 Mike, 47 Mike.
Quarter.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
50.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Roethlisberger. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Hey, Sue.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35.
And the Steeler 1st down.
Double bump.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Hey, exit. Blackburn.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll get that one complete to Connor. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Here we go.
Ben to throw again. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They'll run here with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On the run, it's Barkley.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Got it. Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Come on. Come on, D. Mike one. Mike one.
Go. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. This is Miller. Complete.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
44.
51 the mic, boy. 51.
Let's set a tone, fellas.
Now Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Connor. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete. It's Hall. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Easy. Hey, Delta. Lock it.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. Third down here.
Like 20.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Hey, alert. Hey, let's go.
On 2nd and goal, Roethlisberger. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 77 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Flush to his right, looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback.
Now Barkley stripped of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Fighting through, and he's got space. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Now Jones. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on. Rosas now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Blue 30.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
22, 44. Let's go. Let's flash.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
At the 26-yard line.
Ready up. Look at me. Door.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
This is Barkley. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47.
Hey, orbit. Here we go. Here's the line.
Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That one looks like he'll throw here. He completes it to Tate. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Set. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing, Jones. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for the...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500.